supervisors order to pledge allegiance to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here.
Zach Prescott.
Here.
Paul from Southwest Energy. Jeremy.
Here. Up front.
I'm Jeremy, this is Chris. We're the ones that recently got a hold of the properties on, that's Main Street. Main Street, yeah. The old antique shops, the 7 properties that Sandy used to own. Our goal with them is 2 of them, my fiance and I are gonna move into. The other 5, we're gonna fully rebuild, remodel it all back to its historical quality, and open various forms of businesses. We're still figuring out the exact angle. The first, we are going to be opening a thrift store in there, and one of them will be by us. 2 of the other business opportunities we were looking at was one for all the buildings, since they're connected together, opening up for paranormal teams to investigate. It's a great way to raise some funds to revitalize the building. And beyond that, we'd be interested in, over time, possibly opening up a scare house in there. We'd bring great business into the town, some more traffic and everything. Hopefully go with the one at the West Alexander Fair. Not really compete, but they complement each other. So we just wanted to introduce ourselves and let everybody know we'll be there working and everything. And I know a couple times people went ahead and called the cops when they've seen us there. We're thankful for that because there were kids breaking in and vandalizing. So if you see anything suspicious, still, call the cops, let us know. I'm gonna have our numbers listed on the place, so if you drive by and have any questions, you can get our phone number anytime. You give us a call. Thank you.
Your name is on there.
All right, thank you.
Public comment on the items and on agenda and non-agenda items. Ed Schenk.
I wrote this about a week after last month's meeting. It says, I rise to comment on the behavior of our elected officials. In recent months, I've witnessed quite childish and often unbelievable conduct from the current board. Let's start with adopting the Joseph Stalin Rules of Order for township meetings. I believe this new rule is unconstitutional, or at the very least, un-American. For people who claim to want public input, you sure have figured out how to stifle and limit free speech. At last month's meeting, I watched and discussed as one resident with his hand raised for about 5 minutes was completely ignored, only to have another resident who obviously shares the board's views be engaged by board members and permitted to rant. I can only surmise that if you toe the party line, the new rules don't apply. Now let's move to the recess in the middle of the meetings to have one-on-ones with the residents. Let's face it, this is just plain silliness unless there's milk and cookies involved. Moving on, the overly obvious disdain shown towards residents who dare to inquire about the people's business, whether in question or an informational request, is not only wrong, it's unprofessional. Now, how about The open slander of one resident's reputation and discrimination as to how to give him his own homeowner's insurance money back. The now constant barbs and sniping from the head table is downright shameful. In closing, let me say, the three of you should be ashamed of yourselves. And if you were ever to treat my wife or my mother in such a fashion, we'd be going outside to sit on the old-fashioned way. I truly hope that this never becomes necessary. I hope you will examine yourselves and act with just a bit more respect for government of the people, by the people. But if not, simply resign your posts. Join the unwashed masses. Out here with the rebel rousers and the riffraff, you can drop all pretenses and be as rude as you deem safe.
Any other public comment? Come on up.
My name is Floyd Osborne. I work for the Columbia Pipeline. My name is Floyd Osborne. I'm with the Columbia Pipeline. I want to make a short statement about the item that's on the agenda this evening for a vote to have the board require that we improve Donegal Road for plan towards says widen and improve Donegal Road before approving them to build the compression station. We feel at this time that that's an undue burden due to our contractual requirements. We will not have the amount of time necessary to obtain the proper permits to widen that road because this is, part of that road is in the floodplain, which would require a special permit to the Corps of Engineers in order to disturb that area. That's at least a 6 to 9 month permit. There's no way that we can do that, plus do the work, and also get our compression station up and going by the time that we need to do our contractual agreements. We would respectfully request that this be denied, and we've done everything possible currently with the road department to ensure that anything that is done to that road will be taken care of. We will repair it. We actually have a meeting scheduled tomorrow with Ed and our contractor that's going to be moving the compressor to actually look at specific places in that road that we'll need to add gravel to or regrade within the limits of the current right-of-way, and also remove some trees. So we are working closely with your all's road department and ensuring that this will go up without a hit. Again, I would respectfully request that this be denied. Thank you.
Sorry, I know there's limited time. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name's Anastasia Roof. I'm also with the Columbia Pipeline Group. Just a few more notes on our project. As Floyd explained, I think that requiring us to pave the road and widen it would be a huge expense that we did not foresee for the project. So the project itself would be in major jeopardy for us. And for the company itself, you do see local benefits to our project. We've already donated $20,000 to the Placerville Playground Association, and we actually just committed to $10,000 to the West Alexander Volunteer Fire Company for their new building that they're planning. So I just wanted to introduce myself. If anyone has any questions, I'll leave some of my business cards as I am new to the project. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Any other public comment?
Regarding the motion on the Columbia Gas compressor station, the actual motion that is in the agenda says that it was to widen and improve Delashon Road before approving to build the compressor station. In reality, Jerry Smith's motion was to recommend to the supervisor that they, and this they would be Columbia Gas, are required to improve, widen, and improve just basically improve Delashon Road. She never said anything about before you approve it.
Any other public comment?
One up, JD.
I can speak loud enough about that.
Everybody, you talk like that right here.
I don't think anybody has a problem here. I don't remember exactly what it said. I didn't think she specifically singled out Columbia Gas. I thought she was just saying, why not, with all the infrastructure, all the gas and oil business going on that we have, the gas and oil companies, improve the infrastructure or whatever, if they tear stuff up or whatever. I don't remember singling out Columbia Gas. She said they, I thought she was talking in general. I could be wrong. And I'm sure that if the issue, where those guys at? I'm sure an issue that if you guys tear it up, your issue is not fixing what you would screw up, but doing it before you do the compressor station. And all the heavy traffic and heavy construction would be after. So it would probably make more sense to do it after anyway, after you tear it up, correct? Just the logic there. But
I think we were more so concerned with, before our conversation was that we were going to figure out getting into the cost of the road, and then perhaps the last conversation was that we were actually going to widen and improve the road, when, again, the original agreement was that we were going to just sustain the condition of the road. Any damage that we caused to it, we would fix those damages.
I think Floyd, didn't you?
Time after the approval of the plan, we're just guessing that the timeline is going to be the same construction. And would not be
Didn't you say that, I was all the meetings you were at, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you talk about maybe having to widen it to get the big construction equipment in or not? No?
we cannot widen it due to the full permits and the timeline involved to get those permits. Because you have, not only do you have to get full permits, but you're also looking at a 33-foot total width of the current right-of-way, which some of those spots would have to go on top beyond 16.5 feet. So that means you have to buy additional right-of-way for the road. So there is, again, more time, more money. It's just a limited work, especially when we need to get up there using ground, using trucking. They have a trailer that actually, the last 6 wheels on that trailer turn and are able to negotiate all those turns without being off the roadway. We proved that to our project management team about 4 weeks ago. So we have a vehicle that can take the compressor in there without being off the roadway. And also, we'll make any restorations to the road that you turn around. Basically, break it to fix it. Is what I was told. So if it's already modeled, it's already in our heavy haul system, and it's going to bottom and
To be fair to you guys, if you don't think she was singling you out, that's not how I remember it. She was talking the gas and oil industry as a whole, too.
I appreciate everything you're doing, but I think she was saying on the same time to the compressor station.
I didn't remember that way, but been wrong before.
Now, unless I'm wrong, I'm not sure, but Columbia Gas is collecting 6% off per acre off the local people on quite a substantial amount of acreage. And that's for sure, because you're getting 6% on our property, the storage fee. So your $20,000 and $30,000 has come out of people's gas money, the town's money, that these guys should know about. So I'm not trying to be ignorant, but you guys do collect money.
Any other public comment?
Yes, sir.
I'm Bob Kennedy with Southwestern Energy, and I've put in a permit request for a seismic test we're doing from West Virginia down to Ebert Road, and then on state roads all the way down south to Old Finley. I think we've got the bond in, I've got a copy of the bond in place. The bond will be, hard copy will be here tomorrow. The money's in place. Basically, we just want y'all's permission to do the test, and we'll be putting sensors down the road on the right of way. We have light-burner trucks, 3 of them that'll be actually doing the testing. When we get to town here, I guess y'all want me to mention what's going to happen here. I recommended that we don't work on Main Street, Maple Street, and we'll shake here on Liberty, and then we'll just truck on over and start working on Old Brick. I just felt there was too much congestion and infrastructure, and we just stay away from it. And basically, that's what I got.
We got you on the agenda. You're on our agenda to take action on this.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
What I'm going to ask for, I'd like to have a copy of the water ordinance within the Donegal Township code. You go to water since I found out yesterday that my water had been turned off, and I finally got the notice the day after it was turned off. It was turned off last week, and I just got the notice yesterday. Yeah, I think it's time, I'll at least get some kind of notice a few days ahead of time. There was a lot of property that I rent, so I come down the same day I got the order, or the bill, paid the bill, but I'm not going to pay to have the water turned back on. Yeah, that's ridiculous without just turning it off. Who knows, maybe my hot water tank's even burned out by now. If it is, somebody else will pay for it, but I'm not going to do it.
Any other public comment? Motion to approve September 14th, 2016 and September 21, 2016 minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Dave?
I won't worry about that.
Yeah, we need to make it. How do we do that?
Listen, that motion showed up in which?
The first set of
Minutes.
Well, I think you make a motion to approve with the exception of the motion that was made appointing the planning commission to serve as a planning agency. And you're going to make an additional motion to clarify any misunderstanding.
approving the consent motion. Should be replaced with a clarifying motion. Why don't we vote on those individually?
Okay. We'll do September 14th, 2016 first.
With the amendment.
With the amendment.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Dave?
Yes.
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
All right, a motion to approve September 21st, 2016.
That was the workshop session with
Dave, what's the, you approved the minutes with an amendment? What's the amendment?
We can't hear.
There was a question from the Planning Commission as to whether or not it was clearly directed to serve as the planning agency to study and prepare the zoning map and proposed zoning ordinance for the township. I believe that motion was in the September 14, 2016 minutes. And so the motion that was made this evening was to approve the September 14, 2016 minutes, and with the exception of that portion of the minutes that raised this question over the function and directive of this board to the Planning Commission. So you can approve the minutes, and you're going to delete that part of the minutes. It's going to correct. You're going to correct it with a motion.
Motion.
The minutes reflect what actually happened.
Approve those minutes with a correction of that particular motion. And you can read the correction.
How you vote, Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Zach?
Yeah.
We would do one anyway.
Anyone need to correct that motion?
Well, no, one side. You know the resolution on it,
A little bit louder for the back.
I'll make that exactly the only thing.
How about a lot louder for the back?
You make the motion that you're correct, so you should make.
All right, this is a resolution, Donegal Township resolution, and she'll fill in the number of the resolution of 2016. Whereas the Board of Supervisors of Donegal Township, being the authorized governing body of the Township of Donegal, County of Washington, Pennsylvania, pursuant to Act of May 1, 1933, Public Law 103, number 69, as amended under the second-class Township Code. Whereas the Pennsylvania Municipality Planning Code Act of 1968, Public Law 805, number 247, as reenacted amendment states, Section 607, preparation of proposed zoning ordinance. A, the text and map of the proposed zoning ordinance, as well as all necessary studies and surveys preliminary thereto, shall be prepared by the planning agency of each municipality upon request by the governing body. Whereas the Board of Supervisors of Donegal Township designates the Township Planning Commission as the planning agency of the Donegal Township. Now therefore, the Board of Supervisors of the Township of Donegal hereby resolves as follows. That the Donegal Township Planning Commission shall act in accordance with Section 607 of the Pennsylvania Municipal Planning Code in preparing the text and map of proposed zoning ordinance and conduct at least one public meeting prior to presenting the plan and recommendation to the Board of Supervisors. That any prior resolution of the Board inconsistent with this resolution is hereby repealed. Adopted by the Board of Supervisors of Donegal Township this 12th day of October 2016. I'll make that as a motion.
Any questions? Good, Dave.
Can you clarify? Let me get this straight. So you made a motion to approve the minutes with the correction or amendment prior to making the amendment or the corrections and then making a motion to do that. Is that, you sort of lost me there. Is that the gist of it, or?
Your motion was to correct any misunderstanding on that particular issue that showed up in the September 14th minutes. The Planning Commission was not certain as to whether or not they were in fact directed to function as the planning agency. This is clearing it up for the record.
Did that clear it up, was my question, because it wasn't clear to me.
I think it's as clear as can be.
Okay.
Any other questions? How you vote?
Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Now, motion to approve September 21, 2016 minutes.
So moved.
Second.
You vote, Dave?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Accept treasurer's report, paying bills and sign checks.
So moved.
Second.
Dave,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes. Planning commission. Tony, you want to talk about the planning commission?
A little bit, I was here at the last, when I was here for the meeting, last time I was on the function, that our group would go over the codes. All said and done.
You want to use the mic? Back.
Well, I was here for the last meeting, I was here with the assumption that we were going to go over our codes, so we know what we're talking about, instead of the code. It didn't materialize that way. I'm still eager to get to that type of meeting. The only person that came to that meeting was the fact that the gas company could verify what they're going to do, and we already had that approval going through. But we need to get one of our days, and all of us go through that booklet of codes. There's some things on there I question, but not all of us. I'm too out of whack. But that's about it. I'm waiting for the next meeting so we can discuss what the planning commission is all about. And I can stand here and say you got some good people on that planning. And I sure don't want to see them walking. They're good. But we sit there for a while, our hands are tied till we know what we're doing. We know what the supervisors want us to do and what we're allowed to do. That's all. It's a simple little thing that we have to iron out. But there's some things coming around this area that has to be addressed to the planning commission. So we want to get started on that correctly. So that's why a lot of us need support from the community and also from the supervisors. So once we get everything, all the differences out of the way, which you're on the right tracks, you're doing it. That's no problem on our end. But I'm just asking everybody, supervisors, to give us a chance to get our people in line to work with the community. So that's what we're waiting for. That's what I'm trying to get to. We have our booklet. We have to study it. We have to study it. We just got to get our nose down to the ground and study it. And you got the people on that planning commission who do it. So it's not discouraging. It gives a chance. That's all I'm asking.
Motion to require, not to require Columbia gathering, divide, and improve Delishon Road before approving construction of the compressor station.
I was at the meeting, regardless of what the film says. I do believe the motion and the intent from the planning commission was to require Columbia Gas to make improvements to Delishon Road. When Tammy typed this up for the agenda, she typed it right from the planning commission minutes and not refined it a little bit, and so it was a little more understandable. But that was our understanding. And Floyd, I can't remember your last name. I understand that you also watched the video from the meeting. What did you gather from that?
I thought it was a great requirement by the planning commission that they proposed that the board of supervisors asked us to include in that road.
That was my understanding as well, sir. David, Jim, and I think Zach was there as well. Is that your understanding? Have you met with Mr. McAdoo in the front row up here? He's our guy in charge of roads.
No, sir, I haven't on, but I've never did.
Okay. You also need to meet with the gentleman, because that we and the public know better watchdogs than we have in Donegal Township than him. And if you please him, I'm sure it'll please us. I feel pretty confident with that.
Well, I'll need to meet with him because we're going to meet set for tomorrow and we'd like to have him.
Last week, you'll be able to meet with him as well.
Done.
You can arrange it with him before he leaves.
I'll talk to him after meeting.
He said he'll talk to you after the meeting. My opinion is that we can't require Columbia Gas to make the road any better than what they found. That's simply my opinion. It is a narrow road. It is not very good condition. It is, unless it's just recently been highly traveled. It's not traveled very much unless it is by the people in natural gas and oil. It's not on the middle section of that road. They're on one end of it or the other. But one thing to keep in mind, if traffic becomes a problem with local traffic, we may require you to put flag people on that road. And I'm just thinking, if it becomes an issue where we have residents that can't get by, or, that's just my opinion at this point, just keep in mind.
That's only fair, we've already, put a speed limit sign on that road due to landowner complaints in the area. about
How fast can you make it?
15 miles an hour.
That's 25, yes.
Is there local traffic that's going to travel this road?
There is some local traffic. Mr. Manager,
Yesterday, I witnessed a fresh warehouse, little after little boy, 3 tractor hauling big cattle, a big one you got, coming at the dollar shop. So they do damage to the road.
who was,
It's Price Waterhouse.
does Price Waterhouse work for you guys?
Price Waterhouse?
Not Price.
You mean Price Gregory?
Price Gregory.
Price Waterhouse.
Now, we're not denying that there's going to be damage to the road.
We understand that.
That's why we bond it, and we will repair the damages.
Are you repairing them as you go?
No, it's at the end of the project.
Well, we'd like to have, our residents still have to travel that.
And I mean, if there's a situation that needs immediate attention, I'll bring it to our attention.
We have had occasions in the past where we went out and fixed that and then billed the contractors. I'm not saying we can't do that, but I'm not opposed to that. Because sometimes it needs to be fixed for immediate travel. We can't wait till the end of the project.
If we don't know, we can't fix it. I mean, basically, if we get, as soon as we're informed, we get our operation contractors.
Well, plus if you keep on that, I'm sure.
I travel at least 3 times a week, sometimes 4.
Okay. Now you get with him, if you can satisfy him, I'm satisfied. I would like, we need a motion. I guess I would move that we would suggest that they improve the road as best they can. I can't think we can make it any better than it is.